Warm greetings, one and all. I am Dr. Jabadeva Kripa, Assistant Professor from the Department of ECE, SRM Institute, Katangulattu. This video lecture covers the course Programming for Problem Solving. The following books are referred in preparing the course content. The slide shows the syllabus of Unit 1. Unit 1 covers the introduction to the course, starting from how do we create algorithm pseudocode and basic functions including input-output functions like printf, scanf, what is a variable, what are the different types of data types we use in the C programming, and what are the different operators. So these topics are covered in Unit 1. In this video, let us understand what is problem solving through programming. So if you observe this, there are two key things here. One is the problem, other one is the programming. What is a problem? So the actual definition of the problem is it could be any question or something involving a doubt, uncertainty or difficulty or situation where the solution is not immediately obvious. We call this as a problem. Now what is computer problem solving? So it has certain steps. The computer, to solve any problem, it has to first and have well understanding of the problem and then apply certain logics to solve it. So for the success of problem solving actually related to how well we try to understand the problem is. Then we try to extract the problem statement as a set of precisely defined tasks which a computer performs to arrive at a solution to the problem. So the problem solving actually involves creative thinking and critical thinking. Both together can provide us a solution to the problem. This is applicable even to a computer program problem solving, where we do certain tasks or we give instructions to the computer to perform both creative thinking and critical thinking. Creative thinking involves these set of actions to be an imagination, invent, change, design or create. Critical thinking involves the implementation phase, putting these into action. What are the things necessary? Like we try to analyze it, break down, compare, list, categorize. So all these are the actions we perform under the umbrella of critical thinking. Both together help us to find a solution to any kind of problem. Now, after understanding what is a problem, let us try to know what is program. Program is nothing but a set of instructions that tells the computer to do a task. So a computer here involves in solving the problem, and computer is being instructed through the program on how to solve the problem. So that is your problem through programming, problem solving through programming. So the programming process involves these steps. First we define the problem, we plan at the getting the solution, then coding the problem. Coding the problem is nothing but a well formal instructions that a computer can execute to get the solution. Then testing the program. So after coding, we have to test whether the written program is doing the task as desired, whether it is giving us the right output. That's nothing but testing the program. Once everything seems fine, it is documented. So this is what the software development cycle. So we initially plan a problem, analyze it, and design, nothing but framing some set of steps in getting the solution to the problem, implementing those steps through a required programming language, then test the program, And finally, maintenance, which involves like any sort of updations to it. So after understanding what is problem solving through programming, so the task of programming involves two phases. One is the problem solving phase, the other one is implementation phase. Problem solving phase, nothing but it generates an ordered sequence of steps which describe the solution to the problem in a sequential steps. So we call that, the formal definition to that is nothing but algorithm. And the implementation phases using any kind of programming language. It's not just C. It can be any sort of programming language to implement this algorithm. So that is nothing but implementation phase. As seen in the previous lecture video, the first step in problem solving is bringing the problem, analyzing it, and writing the solution into set of ordered sequential steps, which is nothing but an algorithm. So this is a formal definition of algorithm: a finite sequence of unambiguous executable steps or instructions which if followed would ultimately terminate and give solution to the problem. So in simple words, it's nothing but the steps involved in getting solution to the problem. It's a step-by-step written statements in arriving the solution to the problem. So algorithm development process, it consists of 5 major steps. The first one is obtain description of the problem, analyze the problem, develop a high level algorithm, refine the algorithm by adding more details, and review the algorithm. So these are the steps in developing the algorithm. So let us see the example of writing an algorithm to a simple problem here. So what's the problem is you have to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So if this is the given problem, how we write the algorithm? So algorithm always have a starting and ending point. So we always begin an algorithm with the first step, which is nothing but start of the algorithm. So that is start. The step 2 is we need to have a temperature in Fahrenheit. Only then we can convert it into Celsius. So read the temperature in Fahrenheit. That's step 2. Step 3, you calculate the temperature in Celsius with the formula. So this is a conversion formula for converting the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius, where F is the temperature in Fahrenheit. Once the temperature is computed in Celsius, the next step is print the temperature in Celsius. So with this, the solution to this given problem is arrived. So the last step is stop. This is the end of the algorithm. So you could see it's a sequential steps in getting the solution to the problem. Let us see one more example. It's a simple example to add two numbers entered by the user. So this is a given problem. How do we write an algorithm? So as I said, the first step is start. Step 2 is, since you need to have two numbers, we declare something called variables. I'm using the term variable. We will see what is the proper meaning or definition of variable in the coming lectures. So to have two numbers, we need two input variables, that is num1 and num2 and sum. This is a variable. These are the names given to the data holder. Name num1, num2 and sum. So initially we are declaring the variables, then you get the input. The next step is read the values for num1 and num2. So getting the numbers. Once the numbers are with us, we can add. So the next step 4 is adding the numbers and save that result into the sum, the variable sum. So sum is nothing but num1 plus num2. After added, you are putting the result into the variable sum. Step 5 is display your result sum. That is the after adding, what is the result you are getting, you are going to show it. So with that, the task is over. The solution to the problem is obtained. So the last step is going to be stop.